Poe and Pondering, I'm back with another video. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you know when I do uploads or when I go live. Y'all know the streets is heated up with the Doechii talk, with the, you know, red flag for the straight men, and then also the DDG and Halle talk. But I think I have an opinion that's not really that different, but I feel like some people don't really fully understand, like, you know, but we'll get into that. Let's get into the Doechii situation first. I just want to say this as it pertains to Doechii, right? And hear me out, right? A lot of people think that Doechii is an industry plant and that, you know, she was here, she's pushed, whatever, right? We all know that, you know, she has got a recent push. I still think that the girl is talented or whatever. But I realize that a lot of female rappers, they have this game that they play where they try to pander to the gay community. That's all it is to me. I think people make things bigger than what it is. I do feel like what she's doing and the way she did it was divisive, but they want more gay fans. They know that if you're a female rapper and the gay guys love you or the gay women love you, oh, that's the fan base right there. It's a swirl. It's kind of like the thing that Azealia Banks does. But anyway, I want to get into some of these clips where they talk about, you know, with one of the clips is going to play what Doechii actually said, and just maybe like a few people who just had some opinions on it. So listen, make sure you listen to the video to the end because I'm going to talk about the situation with DDG and Halle too. So listen, let's go.
This is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men. I mean, strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically, because my mind was already there.
Now, this is Doechii revealing that being a straight man is her biggest red flag when dating. And this is going super mega viral on the other apps and people are talking about it. And I have some opinions on it. First, with context, she's talking about her dating preferences. You feel me? Doechii is outright queer. Or is that the word I'm looking for? She's queer. She's bisexual. She dates women and men. I don't know if I'm using the wrong terms here. Bear with me, my nigga. But yeah, she dates women and men, yada, yada, yada. She talked about it on The Breakfast Club. The Nile is a River is about some dude she was dating, turned out to be a closeted bi, and then she found out, and she doesn't like people who hide who they are and all this type of shit, right? But she's open to all of that kind of stuff. But then now she's saying she wouldn't date a straight man. Listen, this is dating preference, so fine. But I don't like the hate straight men content. I dislike it as much as I hate these red pill content. No funny shit. Maybe that's not what she was doing here, but it does add fuel to that fire for the hate men content creators on that side of town. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like that type of content. I feel like it's corny, it's lazy, and divisive. You feel me? The same way that those men get on those podcasts and say shit like, oh, women need to shut up and go in the kitchen or clean, whatever they be saying on Fresh and Fit podcasts and shit like that. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. I feel like it's the same thing with the ultra feminist movements where they just say, oh, we outrightly hate all men or hate all straight men. You feel me? Even though I don't think that's what Doechii was intending to do, it does pour gasoline on that fire, and it is received that way, whether you guys want to agree or not. And that's why some people are looking at this as one of Doechii's first real big mistakes in the public light. She probably doesn't give a fuck. But I'm just telling y'all how things are received by the public. And initially, when I read the caption, it said like Doechii says she hates straight men or some shit like that. And that evoked an immediate response like, wait, Doechii, I fuck with your music. Why are you ostracizing us? You feel me? But then seeing it, she's talking about her dating red flags, and then her friend chimed in like, men, you feel me? And it's all received in a different light.
And I feel a lot of people feel that it's Doechii propaganda. No, Doechii is pandering for fans trying to get the proper hands up. That's what she's really trying to do. And I want to read to you exactly what I wrote on my Twitter in regards to Doechii, right? I said, what y'all have to realize with Doechii, she has talent, yes. A dark-skinned black woman getting attention, yes. However, she is doing anything and saying anything to go viral. She wants to stick. She wants to stay. People know that this is a moment and they want to stay in it before it goes. You know that the female rap span is not that long. She wants to maximize her moment. I'm not mad at it, but it's just like I can clearly tell why everybody think that she's beating down on straight men who's probably not even in her fan base that's supporting and going to her shows and getting her attitude and all of that. You have to realize the different loop that she jumped through to get the gay fans to let them like, oh, well, the straight, and so it's supposed to activate. It's all about activation. I need y'all to wake up and open up your minds. Activate. This is what she's doing. It's activation. All right. So these moments don't last long, and she knows it, right? She knows it. So listen, I want to know, do you connect with my pathology, what I said about that? I don't think that she intentionally wants to do that. I think that it was calculated. No, I do think she intentionally did that. I think that it was calculated for her to pander to the LGBT community. Let's be honest. You know what she was doing. You know who moves waves, and she wants them on her side. Let's just keep it real. So let's move on.
So ironically, I'm in Tampa, okay, in a furniture store shopping with my mama, but I keep getting sent this Doechii post about how she don't date heterosexual men or she thinks straight men are a red flag. Did y'all forget that Doechii is bisexual? She's a bisexual woman whose preference, big on the word preference, is non-heterosexual men. It's nothing wrong with that. Nobody said anything about your preference being only Asian and Latino women. As a black man, okay, we see everybody be quick. Oh, my preference is light skin, or my preference is this. Let me have my preference. Let her have her preference. Thanks.
Okay, so I'm sure y'all seen the video of Doechii talking about how her biggest red flag when dating is it being a straight man, and I just don't like that answer. And I love Doechii, but I'm so tired of that I'm not going to say that narrative being pushed, but I don't like the fact that we're somewhat attacking the straight man. Not just with that statement, because there was more to what she said, and there's a lot of reasons why she feels the way that she feels, which is understandable, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I know that we're not in a time where it's like men aren't as manly as they used to be. This is true. This is very true. But let's not attack them. I'm defending men.
That's terrible that she got to feel like she got to be like that just to say that she's defending men. Like, to me, that's crazy. So what I want to say is I want to bring up this some tweets from Azealia Banks, right? But what I want to tell y'all is I don't think it's that deep. I think a lot of people just don't have the scope just to realize truly what she's doing. She's activating. She is definitely activating, right? So somebody was asking Azealia Banks in regards to Doechii, right? They was asking her about, like, the situation. And let's see, I want to just get to some of the tweets that she was saying. They asked her, they said, Azealia, would you deal with a bi man or whatever? They asked Azealia Banks that. And she was like, not on purpose. Okay. And then it was another thing in regards to Doechii. Somebody said she's a younger version of you, and she said my N-word. She's 29 years old. She is not 18. She is in her own adult making her loser bitch decisions, calling her a loser bitch, right? So somebody else said nothing about Doechii's rise to fame looks organic, so it's pretty easy to ignore the weird ish that she's doing. And then she said, Azealia Banks said, next someone should ask her if she's okay sucking dick fresh out of a man's ass and see if that BS pandering, like I told you she was doing, still stands up. Laughing my A off. The girls want to be gay boys so bad. Good Lord. And let me tell you, I'm going to touch on that. And then she said, laughing my A off. It gives real swamp queen, bitch, got taste for other N-words, ASS, like what the F, LOL, the girl is out of tricks. I promise you, God strike me down right now. I didn't even read her tweets before I came up with my analogy that Doechii is pandering. Listen, it looks a way that she is shooting at straight men, but what she's doing is she's welcoming the LGBTQ community to support her more. You got to be able to look at the blind hits that people send out. Just don't look at what it blatantly looks at. Look, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to realize the real lies with the real eyes. You got to be able to realize it. So, yo, I found that to be quite, you know, interesting. I really want to know what y'all think about that. Get in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think that Doechii was putting down straight men, or do you think she was trying to welcome in a community who she wants to lift her up with the music? That song like she did with JT, Alter Ego, that's what she really want to be on. She really wants that vibe, and she wants those people to support her. Like Azealia Banks, let me tell you this before we move on to the DDG and Halle. Azealia Banks, and she even lately admitted that she hated the fact that she did music that pandered to that certain community, because she said she feels as though that community feels as though that they own her or whatever, right? And people were even arguing with her online, saying like, oh, most of your fans are gay men. And she was like, no, they're not. The demographic of most of my fans are women. So it's like, you know, it's like an ownership type of thing. But some people want it because they want the support by any means. The propaganda, they want to make sure that they get fans at the proper hands up. They want to book these shows and they have the proper hands up. Ticket sales, butts and seats, all of that. Don't be slow and think that it's a war on men. It's not. She wants to welcome a certain type, because straight men are not the ones who are buying the record. So listen, let's move on to this thing with DDG and Halle, right? So as it pertains to the whole DDG situation and Halle, I do look at both of them as they both clout chasers. They both use that baby for content, you know what I'm saying? And I want to just say this before. Actually, should I save what I wanted, how I truly feel to the end? Let's save how I truly feel to the end. Let's just run through these videos real quick with DDG. I did put some pauses in it so that I could come and just tell you how I feel based on what he said. So let's go.
Like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet, because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like for him. But I'm really just coming on this as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point. I've been dealing with this since he's been born, damn near. It's like I really feel like I'm a fucking nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me, and I don't even know the nanny name. Like, it's just not fair, bro. So I have to come on here and I gotta do this, but I gotta do like this. Now I gotta go to court, do all this extra shit when it ain't even gotta be like that, bro. Now if y'all don't see me with my son every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'ma number it. Let's see. I know she gonna let me see my son now. This is the only way. Now if y'all don't see me with my son every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'ma number it.
And my whole thing is you deserve to see your son. You should see your son. But my thing is, why are you putting the streaming together with seeing your son? That is so strange and odd to me. Why are you putting the streaming together with seeing your son? Like, is it about seeing a baby? Or let's be completely honest. You know, people go Google gaga for new baby, especially newborn baby. Some people might even be showing up to the stream just to see the newborn baby. Let's not act stupid. Every streamer, including me, looks at our analytics and we know what videos got a bigger rise, how they got a push. DDG is a full-time streamer. I work full-time. You know what I'm saying? I have a full-time job, gainfully employed though. But I know what my bread and butter is. I know when I do a YouTube video, and I know how I have certain months that are higher than other months. And I'm like, oh, what did you do this month? It's all an analyzation. Let's be blunt, frank with it. He knows. Ever since he had Halo and putting them in videos, he's noticed probably a spike in views. People are going to just show up to see the baby. Because people go Google Gaga over baby. And that's why Halle Bailey, she also uses the baby for Clout. So my whole thing is, I meet so many people in regular life who won't even post their children on social media because they just don't want certain eyes on their children. Because, you know, one of my friends, I told him, I was just like, yo, why don't you do like baby content? People will eat that up. He was like, nah, I just feel like it's not right because I'm not with my my daughter, sometimes she could be with her mom and they'll be out, and I just don't want to draw that type of attention on her. And you know, I didn't really think about it like that. It's really low-key exploitation. That's my feeling, but I'm also not the parent. But I do feel like some people exploit their children for a look on social media. Let me know how you think about that, and let's continue on with this video.
Let's see. I know she gonna let me see my son now. This is the only way. Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son. Only if we on perfect terms and she around is cool. But if we not, I don't get to see him. I don't care to do girl content, whatever the that has nothing to do with anything that's work. That has nothing to do with me wanting to be around my son, like whatsoever. I don't give a fuck who she fucking, who she talk to, who her is, who she fucking filming movies with. I don't give a fuck. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin, because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together. So
listen, I want to insert right here, right? You mentioned that you don't care who she's shooting movie with, who she's effing and all of that, right? You do care about it, because you wouldn't be mentioning it, right? I hate toxic situations involving kids. I hate it so much to the core, because it doesn't serve the child. It doesn't serve the child, and the adults don't realize that, right? And this is why both to him on the side of this with him being the father, and Haley, this is why you got to be careful what you shooting and busting in. And Haley, you know you got to be careful who you let bust nuts in you too. Sometimes things are really just a thing, and you having a good time, and you getting stroked out, or they stroking it. And it's just a good time, but you create life and bring a life into this world. Halle Bailey, you can't just be running around like this is your child. But wait to the end of the video so I can tell you how I truly feel about the child being sick and all of that. Let's just go.
Up every day, working, dealing with this shit on the same breath, nobody will really know. And she got this golden image that I've also protected, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm a real. But this is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple. And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like today, I wasn't even gonna take him out because he's sick. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop, I'm getting kicked out. No, like it's conversations where it's like the that's said to me is so if you heard it, it's on some leave us alone type. I'm like, bro.
And I want to tell you this. There's three sides to the story. There's three sides. And what I want to say is, too, he could be purporting a story for us to listen, and he's the victim. But we don't know why she feels that way. Let's just be open. Let's not take no sides, because at the end of the day, you don't know me and you don't know these people. I'm being objective. We don't know them, right? But what I will tell you is, if you having a problem with seeing the baby, number one, go to court. But number two, as a person where my father was in my life and I could see him regularly, and my mother did the raising, you know, she raised us, right? My mother did the rearing. She did. I'm gonna tell you, this is how I personally feel, right? Especially with little boys, you know that they could be close to both of their parents. But when a baby is sick, especially, look up, this is what I wanted you to wait to the end of the video for. RSV is highly contagious. You want to be honest with the cross-contamination? I don't even know if it's good if she should be holding that baby. You know, if her contamination is higher and could make the baby potentially more sick. But both of them are sick. Do you understand now? I get it totally with being a parent and wanting to see your child, they're sick, and it's like some sort of anxiety that's associated with it, right? But why would you want to put yourself at risk to get sick and seeing your baby? Now, I don't know. He said that they don't speak like that. Maybe y'all need to tighten it up. Y'all need to tighten it up so that y'all can speak at least for the baby. Do some video time, like do some FaceTime so that you can see the baby. Make sure that he's breathing right and he's okay. But on the same end, I can understand the concern as a father, because it's just like, you know, you get anxiety, like what could happen? You know, you constantly hear about different things that happen to babies health-wise. So I truthfully get his concern, but most of the time, you know, it will be situations where, you know, it's time for the child to go with the father. And listen, low key, he said that he was with the baby like last week or something like that. Well, he might be a hands-on, more frequent dad, especially if he's using the baby for views online, right? So I think that we need to stay focused on the fact that the child was sick. If you don't speak to her like that, that's unfortunate. But you know, if a baby has RSV, which is highly contagious upon human contact, why would you want to go? But at the same point, the nuance to that is have that type of relationship where you could video call, FaceTime, or whatever. Because if, say for example, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I had a child and the child lived with me, and the mother wanted to see the child, and the child lived with me, and the child was sick, and I'm the sole provider, the baby ain't going nowhere till the baby's okay. The baby ain't going nowhere till the baby's okay. And I think that we're just over analyzing this. Yeah, they probably have some issues behind the scenes where, you know, Halle, that's not just your baby, you know? And I feel bad that in our community, we have to be like, yo, be happy that it's just in the picture, you know? That's just unfortunate because I feel like both parents play a role. I want to know, listen, we ain't going to find out, but why does Halle feel this way towards him where she don't want no contact or whatever? What is he, you know, what has he been doing? If you want to tell the story, you want to paint the picture, paint it fully. But listen, the last thing I want to play is a video of Halle. She's on Snapchat. If you sick with RSV, why do you feel the need that you got to come to Snapchat and let people know what's going on, that you sick and this is the reason why I ain't been posting? Listen, these is clout demons and you trying to post videos with your child. Y'all all using that baby. Y'all need to just stop. Let's go.
I just want to come on here and tell you guys why I'm not posting. Me and Halo are very sick. We have RSV and we do not feel good at all. So sorry I haven't been posting snaps, but I've just been using all my energy to take care of my baby and myself. Yeah, any mommies have any tips for this cold? We both have fevers on and off. We went to the doctor yesterday. She gave us medicine. She just told us to rest, lots of fluids and everything. But any other tips would be welcome and needed. Love you guys.
And prayers to Halle and the baby. Prayers for them, because you know any type of sickness or illness, you know, prayers for them to get through it. Speedy recovery on that. But why do you feel the need to come to the internet and tell people the reason why I haven't been posting this and that? It's like, is your relationship that? Is it that attached that you just can't get over what you're going through? It's not like you're not it's not like, you know, you're getting like these, I just don't get it. Like, you know, Halle, I'm pretty sure she has a certain financial status. So it's like, it's not like if you don't post on the back end, you might not get paid, but they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just don't understand why she felt the need to come and post. But listen, I feel like this. I personally hate when the courts is involved. My family, when I was raised with my mom, my dad, we never had to have no court order from my dad to see us, right? He see us, we would call him, he'd come pick us up, right? I hate when the court got to get involved. These both are young people with this child, and I don't think that Halle should be using the child to weaponize. But also, I'm gonna tell you this, and you might disagree. If a baby is sick and the primary care provider or whatever, you know, is the mom and she don't want the baby to leave while the baby's sick, maybe he could have came over. But my whole thing is I want you to zero in on this. RSV is highly contagious, so you want to become possibly ill from having a baby. And then also, I'm happy I thought about this in a moment too, right? Some people are saying that they feel as though that the baby is getting sick, you know, when he goes over with DDG. We don't know that. That was just something that was deposited or whatever, right? But maybe they should have some sort of understanding about the safety and the well-being of the baby, because I'll let you know this, right? Just to say this, I made this post on online, right? And a person commented under the post, and they stated that, you know, a woman can't truly protect a baby like a father can, right? And I know you know what I'm about to say about that Dallas shooting where that baby girl was unalived, and her father was unalived too, and he was video recorded running away from the car, and the baby got shot up in the car. So some people, they feel so bold and they make these statements like, you know, dad knows best or whatever. Things can happen with your dad or with your mom, right? I do personally feel like this, and I could be being biased towards a woman, but anytime I was ill, a woman and a mom just has a certain touch that a dad don't have. Like, I hate to say it, they just have a certain touch. Yeah, dad, my father, you know, he was nurturing in ways. If you were sick, he'd come pick me up from school. If my mom worked way out of the city, he would pick me up and take, you know, make sure that I got my little medicine and that was okay, right? He was great for that. But it's something about mama's touch that's just, it's unparalleled. Let's be frank. And a mama bear is not gonna let her baby leave if the baby is sick. You know, it's not really that deep to me. Just like the situation with Doechii that I discussed in the beginning of the video, and they're thinking that she's black, she's bashing black men. No, she's not. She's pandering to the gay men. She wants them in her fandom. She wants all of them on her, all of them. She wants them to support, you know? I think that Halle, she could have just made it simple, like, no, my baby's sick. I don't want him to go out. Just keep it like that, you know? And the other thing to it, maybe some fathers, they don't care if they get sick. I just want to be there for my baby. I can't really fight against that. But why would you want to go and possibly cross, you know, it's very contagious. Why would you want to go and contaminate yourself and be, you know, monitor the child. Call her every 3 hours on the hour. How's the baby doing? You put some, can the baby get Vicks? Can the baby go to the doctor? What did the doctor say? What's the breathing status? Whatever. Any and everything that you could do to make sure that baby Halo has a speedy recovery and he heals well. Listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. I want you to thumbs up this video. Support the channel. The Cash App is in the comments below. I really want your opinion on both things I spoke about in regards to Doechii and this DDG and Halle situation. Listen, I'm up out of here. Peace.